Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please welcome. Today we're going to be making a marinade for chicken, and we're also going to season this chicken in this video. Um, we're going to be going over how to clean the chicken, how to wash the chicken, and we're going to be using white distilled vinegar for this purpose. Over here, I'm just looking over the chicken drumsticks. And if I find any feathers or any additional fat, I'm just gonna cut that off. And the chicken is already in water and in vinegar. It's been rinsed. And this is a pack of chicken that I got at the local grocery store, and it was only about $7. And it was about 10 drumsticks, and that's really a lot of drumsticks for $7. That's a lot for the money, and I feel that's a good amount to feed a family. This is a very quick and simple marinade. Nothing difficult about this. You just marinate your chicken, leave it overnight or for a few minutes or hours, whichever you choose, also depending when you're going to be cooking this chicken. um, We're also going to be using some of my favorite seasonings. And again, when you season your foods, you use whatever seasonings it is that you like and you enjoy. Remember, you and your family are going to be enjoying this food, so you use the seasonings and the herbs that you like to use. So I had used some crushed garlic, two garlic cloves, and I just crushed them, and I added it to the chicken. I also added some spices. I added some oregano, which I crushed myself, paprika, and I like to add the paprika for color, which is the same way that I use sazon. I like to add sazon for color also. When the food cooks up, it cooks up with that nice golden color. I added some, let's see, some rotisserie chicken powder, which I like to use in a lot of recipes. I added some complete seasoning mix, which is a new seasoning that I just newly discovered recently. And it just tastes great. And I like to add it to potato salad and chicken and different things. I also added some powdered onion and some powdered garlic and a tiny bit of curry, just a sprinkle, because I like the flavor that curry gives the foods. And it's not a curry chicken, so we don't want to add a lot of curry, but you want to add enough to just give it that additional layer of flavoring. So, so again, after we do that, we are gonna mix everything into the chicken, and we're gonna turn the chicken over, mix everything in very well, and then go back in again with the spices. Okay, so here you see me adding the garlic, and then I'm gonna start adding the seasonings. Now, going back to the oregano, I like to clean oregano. When you buy oregano in the store and it comes in that bag, or it comes in a container, whichever way it comes in. If you look at it, it's got, quite a bit of stems in there. Those are woody stems, and those stems do not cook down. I'm here, okay, over here you can see I just added the oregano. Those stems do not cook down, so it's good to go through and manually pick them out so you can have a cleaner oregano. And like that, you can go in there and you can crush your oregano even finer. You can use either a coffee mill that you dedicate, to your spices. Once you use it in spices, please don't use it in coffee or, anything else like that. It's not gonna, taste the same. Or you can use a mortar and pestle, but I like just to use my fingers and to go in there and crush the oregano, with my hands, and it just releases a stronger fragrance, and that just gives a better taste to your foods. Whatever you're gonna, mix it in, it's just gonna be phenomenal. I love oregano in a lot of recipes. Okay, so me over here is like I said, I'm mixing all the seasonings into the chicken. Okay, and I do that twice to make sure that the chicken is evenly coated. And you don't have to just use chicken drumsticks. You use your favorite cut of chicken. You know, it could be chicken wings, chicken breasts, chicken thighs, you know, or a mixture. Doesn't really matter. It can be another kind of meat. It could be stew meat. It could be pork chops, pork meat. It doesn't really matter. Um, you're just going to be using these spices and whatever it is that you like, you know. And again, here I am again going back in with the oregano and the rest of the spices. And like I said, you don't have to use what I use, use your favorite spices. Whatever it is that you like to use in the kitchen, that's what you can use. Okay, and then after you've added your spices, you're going to go in there and you're going to add enough water to cover your chicken. And you want to make sure that your chicken is um, covered with water. The water level is up above your chicken. So like that, your chicken has enough, moisture for the flavors in the seasonings to infuse into your chicken. And you're going to do this. You're going to marinate your chicken in this liquid for, like I said before, a few minutes, 2 hours, depending when you're going to cook it. If you're going to cook it the same day, then a few minutes to a few hours is fine. Um, Even better, the next day, leave it in the refrigerator until the next day, and that's even better. And I also like to use a little bit of low sodium soy sauce or teriyaki sauce, whichever flavor you prefer. And again, this is for an added dimension of flavor and enough liquid again to cover your chicken. And you're going to cover that with a foil. And you're going to let that stay in your refrigerator, for a few minutes or overnight, whichever you prefer. And here, guys, is the package of chicken that I purchased, and it has 10 drumsticks in it. And that's a lot for the money because it costs only $7. $7 and some change. And I feel that's a really good price for, to be able to feed make a dinner for your family and be able to feed your family, um, for an evening. That's great. And maybe even have leftovers for lunch for the next day for work. All right, so we're going to be going over again how to season the chicken. Okay, um, very easy chicken marinade in this video. How to clean your chicken, how to wash it with vinegar. And over here, I'm placing the chicken drumsticks in a bowl. Make sure you have a large enough bowl for all the chicken or all the meat that you're going to be using. And I had just gotten this meat from the grocers about an hour ago, and it's been in the freezer, so it's not frozen through, but it's very cold. And we're gonna wash this. We're gonna rinse it, and again, I'm gonna discard the packaging. Be very careful and be very safe in handling the meat packages. Okay, make sure you wash your hands in between. And before you even touch your spice containers, your herbs, whatever it is you're going to season your or clean your chicken with. Just make sure your hands are washed again. And I'm going to be using white distilled vinegar for this purpose. And plain cold water. We're going to fill the bowl up with water and add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar. And the type of vinegar that you use really doesn't, I don't think it really matters. You just want something to clean your chicken with, cut down on the bacteria, and something that you're able to rinse your chicken with. And even if you have lemon on hand, you could slice 1 lemon, 2 lemons, add the juice into the water. That would be perfect too. For cleaning your chicken, you can rub your chicken with the lemon um, pieces and rub some of the fat off of the chicken and clean it very well. I've done that before also, and it's very effective in cleaning your chicken. And once you add your vinegar in your water, you're going to let this sit for about 15-20 minutes. You don't need to let it sit that long, and you can let it sit on your stove top or in your refrigerator for that amount of time. Then you're going to rinse it off and rinse off your chicken, clean it off. If you see feathers or additional pieces of fat on your chicken, you can trim that off. Okay, guys, thank you for visiting. See you next time.